Hola casa A, hoy es jueves, el 19 de noviembre. So hoy es jueves and we're also have tomorrow's lesson too. This is going to be kind of a long video, so you can break it up into pieces and watch it today and tomorrow. I just like making them to all in one because some people like to work ahead. So let's go through all of it. So this is a long one, just hang in there, okay? And if you want to just stop at jueves today, you're more than welcome to. All right, here we go. So El plan para hoy, we have some learning targets, forming questions in Spanish, just a little review of that, and telling where things are located using the verb estar again, okay? There's the Days of the Week song that you can practice on your own. And also, we're going to have some preposition and reading comprehension activities for you today. The homework for tonight is La Página 39 in your packet. And remember that Quizlet set number 4 is due tomorrow. That's 90% or better on the quiz, and then complete 3 or more activities. On the test or quiz or whatever it is, you can set it to around 40 questions. That's fine because 100 and whatever is a lot. And then also complete 3 more activities. Here we go. And that's 20 points. Okay, so here are the answers for Página 42. This is homework from a couple of days ago. So I want you to take out your paquete de trabajo, and I want you to just check your answers here. I noticed some people were kind of missing some of the important stuff here. So I just wanted to go through and show you potential answers, and some of them just have to be that. So look at numero uno. ¿Dónde están Cristina y Bruno? You would say, están en el estadio. ¿Dónde están la profesora y el estudiante? Están en la clase. ¿Dónde está la ventana? Perdón, ¿dónde está la puerta? You would say, la puerta está al lado de la ventana o está a la derecha de la ventana. Now you can say la puerta está or just está. You don't have to have the noun. You're more than welcome to, but you don't need it. So you could say, la puerta está al lado de la ventana. Or you could say for this one, ¿dónde está la mochila? You can say, está debajo de la pizarra. You could say, está cerca, near la pizarra. Or you could say, la mochila está debajo de la pizarra. Okay, so those are a couple of those. And then here, this is where people really struggled. Okay, you're supposed to use a form of estar here to write complete sentences. So check your work. To form a full sentence, then you would say, los libros están. You need to have a form of están. Remember, you use just está or están if you're talking about stuff, okay? When you're talking about people, then we use estoy, estás, estamos, all those. But with stuff, we just use, for one thing, está, and están if it's more than one thing, okay? So los libros están cerca del escritorio. Ustedes están al lado de la puerta. La calculadora está entre las computadoras. Los lápices están sobre el cuaderno. So you need those little words too. So you need your articles, you need your day with that, because remember the day goes with that as well. Not all of them though, because entre doesn't have a day, but al lado has a day. So if you're not sure, look at your notes. El estadio está lejos de las librerías. Las mochilas están debajo de la mesa. Tú estás en la clase de historia. El reloj está a la derecha de la ventana. Y Rita está a la izquierda de Julio. Alrighty? And then ser or estar. So going through, just check your answers. We have ser and, ser uses doctor, remember, description, origin, characteristics, telling time, occupation, and relationships, while estar uses place. Remember, place is position, location, action, condition, and emotion. So if you need to, use your notes again. So let's go through these really quickly. Sonia está muy bien hoy. That would be emotion, right? Or condition, how she's doing. Las sillas están delante del escritorio. That's position or location. Where are they? They're in front. Ellos son estudiantes de español. That would be a description. Alma es de la capital de España. That's origin. Son las 10 de la mañana. That's telling time. Y nosotros estamos en la biblioteca. That's location. And then forms of estar. just go through and there's a little conversation between two people. You can check those on your own. So they're familiar with each other. And then again, ser y estar. So going through Irene, Pilar y Irene. Hola Irene, ¿cómo estás? Estoy muy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Qué tal? Bien, gracias. Te presento a Pablo. Encantada, Pablo. Pablo es de Mexico. So all of this is going to be origin stuff. So talking about where people are from, all right? The next one is ¿Dónde está Claudia? Está en casa, that's location. And then ¿A qué hora es? That's telling time. Again, telling time, and telling time. Then está cerca, that's location or position. And then again, position or location. All right. All right, moving on. So just, we took notes on this already, but remember that we can take a statement, hablas inglés, and turn it into a question just by changing the intonation. So picking up your voice and saying, hablas inglés? Or you can use a tag at the end, hablas inglés? No, by tagging or putting that no at the end. Also, you can invert the subject in the flip-flop the verb and the subject. So instead of saying, ustedes trabajan los sábados, you could say, trabajan ustedes los sábados? Or you can put the subject at the very end. But either way, when you're asking a question, put that, and not using a question word, put your verb at the beginning, okay? All right, and here's some more with the tag thing at the end. All right. All right, and then there were some examples. Change these sentences into questions by inverting the word order. Remember, the rule is make sure that the verb comes first. You can switch it up however you want. You can put the subject at the end, or like this, Ernesto's at the end, or put Ernesto after the verb, but either way it works, okay? So this is something you can practice on your own. If you want, you can pause right now and try these and check them, or you can just look at the answers. Okay, I'm just showing them to you. Boom, ba-dum. So what I put in red is the subject. So notice that some of them I put the subject at the end. Others, you can just put them right after the verb. But either way, that verb has to come first. All right, now this is an activity that I want you to do on a piece of paper. So take a scratch piece of paper and complete the activity and then just by writing 1 through 9 and then writing down the right answer. Then check your, I keep moving myself. Check your work on the next slide. What makes the most sense or is most likely in each sentence? So for example, la pluma está encima de or detrás de la mesa. Well, of course we could say it's behind the desk, but more likely it's going to be encima, that's on top, okay? All right, so you can check your answers later. And then here's some reading comprehension. I want you guys to do this. Read the selection. This is in an email, and then decide if it's logical or illogical. So read the email, complete the exercise by jotting down on your paper 1 through 5 and writing L or I, logical, illogical, and then decide whether the statement is logical. On the next slide, you would check your answer. So we're going to flip through that. Okay. And here's some listening practice for you. So it's audio activity 6, workbook page 44. So if you have your audio packet, you can take it out. You can pause it right now. Or you can just jot down on a piece of paper because you can see this already. You can just write 1 through 6 and write cierto o falso. Now you're going to click this little circle below when you go into the slideshow and listen to each statement. You can listen as many times as you want, and you can use your notes, but you're going to decide based upon where things are located if it's cierto o falso, each statement, if it's true or false, and then afterward you can check your answers. And that's going to be on the next slide. We're going to cruise through that again so you don't see that. Okay, that's enough for Thursday. You can stop here. Or you can keep going. This is Viernes el 20 de noviembre. Let's keep going. Okay, so hoy, our main target is using large numbers. So you can practice that preposition chant. Using your vocab as reference, we're going to have a little preposition activity. There's a large number review with Senora Stengi, and then there's a number listening exercise with me. So your homework then is going to be, there's an attachment that I'm going to put in a homework assignment, and you can download or print that. And it is 2 sides, just FYI, 2 sides. If you don't have a printer, you can write it on loose leaf. But remember, there are 2 sides to it, and it looks like this, los números grandes. So you're going to write out the first section. There's actually a modelo, an example for each one. You're going to write them out in long words. Down below, you're just writing the number in numeral format. And then the other side, you're going to say I, how many there are. So the first one says there's 2,200 erasers. So you'd write I, 2,200 borradores. Oh, I see an error there. It says 2,000. Well, anyway, okay. So that's the homework, and you're going to upload, take snap pictures, and upload that for Monday. Okay, so it's due to Monday. All right, here we go. So first one is the preposition chant. You can practice this on your own. Again, izquierda, derecha, delante, detrás, cerca y lejos y algo más. Abajo, arriba, enfrente, encima, debajo, entre, al lado y ya. And you can practice it with a video when you go through back through these slideshows, okay? All right, let's just skip her. Okay, here's a little practice for you with, you are going to say cierto o falso. So look at the picture here, the little dibujo, and you decide, it says read the statements and decide if they are cierto o falso. You're going to use scratch paper and then check your answers on the next slide. So you have like, it says las computadoras están encima de la mesa. Cierto o falso. Okay, so you can read those on your own and check them. And let's skip through there. Okay, so you can check them on that last slide. And then there's a little video. This is from, it's pretty cool. If you click here, watch the video. It just helps you review those large numbers with Senora Stein, okay? So you can do that, just a little review with her. Then after you complete the review, there she is. Okay, then you can do this with me. So on your scratch paper, you're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perdón. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then write down the numbers that you hear me say. So by clicking here, yes, this is my home office. Click here and listen carefully. And of course, you can rewind it. You can stop it. You can listen as many times as you want until you get those numbers down. So you can hear me speaking, I think, here.
Hola, clase. Vamos a leer.
Ooh, my voice sounds a little scratchy. Okay, so check your answers on the next slide then and see how you did. All right, so I'm going to just go back. There we go. Okay, and then finally, have you finished your 4 activities in Quizlet yet? Please do so. These are due tomorrow. Click here if you haven't done that. It is worth 20 points, so make sure you do that today, okay? This is your last day to do that in order to earn those 20 points, all right? And that, I believe, is all. So, espero que tengas un buen fin de semana. I'm going to miss you guys. I will be posting videos every day, most days. I think almost every single day. Anyway, but just get your homework done y nos vemos. Hasta luego. Ciao.